In a world teetering on the edge of its next war, one silent cyberstrike has shattered a wall of secrecy. Iran names names. Faces once hidden, now exposed. Pilots, commanders, coordinates, targets. And the warning? The entire world is unsafe for them. As sirens fade and shadows shift, a chilling new phase begins. Because Tehran says this was just the beginning. In a bold intelligence breakthrough, Iranian operatives have reportedly identified and exposed the full profiles of Israeli Air Force personnel involved in the regime's aerial assault on Iran during the 12-day war in June. According to Iranian state media, the names, addresses, operational roles and military affiliations of dozens of Israeli pilots, commanders and drone operators have now been uncovered, despite Israel's persistent efforts to blur their identities during broadcast coverage. Among the individuals named is Major Yel Ash, the Deputy Commander of Squadron 119, also known as the Bat Squadron. She was identified alongside her husband, Bar Prince. Notably, Ash is said to be the paternal granddaughter of Major Shimon Ash, an Israeli pilot who went missing during the 1973 Yom Kippur War. Iranian outlets claim the exposure gives Tehran a strategic advantage should further retaliation be necessary. One Iranian broadcast went further, warning,
"Now, she, herself, is no longer safe. Israeli personnel's information makes the entire world unsafe for them."
The report referred to a past interview in which Major Ash had vowed to restore security for Israelis, a statement Tehran now paints as ironic. Iranian intelligence sources reportedly now possess satellite imagery showing the exact locations of several Israeli Air Force personnel's homes. The disclosures also alleged that at least some of these residences were targeted during Iran's retaliatory missile strikes, including a strike in Yavna, a central city within Israeli territory. Reports allege that once Iran began targeting Israeli pilots' residences, the Israeli government relocated them to civilian locations, including schools, a move Tehran accuses of being a ploy to frame Iran for attacking non-military sites.
The evacuation took place so the regime could claim the Islamic Republic had targeted civilian sites. The disclosures of such classified information will continue.
Meanwhile, Iranian officials warn that this wave of intelligence leaks is just the beginning, with further disclosures expected in coming weeks. This cyber intelligence operation is being linked to the hacker group CyberIsnaadFront, which in late July claimed responsibility for a significant cyber attack on Sadnat, an Israeli drone and MAV production facility. The group claims to have exfiltrated more than 3 terabytes of classified data, disrupting production lines that support Israel's drone program. The facility reportedly supplies defense equipment to several defense giants, including Elbit Systems, Rafael, Israel Aerospace Industries, Boeing and Orbit. The group, which began its operations 3 months ago in support of Gaza, has since launched several cyber attacks targeting Israeli military infrastructure. Tehran insists the disclosures are measured retaliation for what it describes as an unprovoked and criminal aerial assault by Israel, which it says led to civilian deaths and injuries inside Iranian territory. For now, the Iranian government says this is merely a sample of what it holds, as it signals a longer-term strategy aimed at deterring future strikes and keeping Israeli operatives firmly within its crosshairs. Israel may attack Iran again at any moment. Iran's top military leadership has warned that the threat from Israel remains imminent, announcing a new national plan for civil defense preparedness as tensions simmer following June's 12-day war. Major General Abdol Rahim Mousavi, Chief of Staff of Iran's armed forces, revealed on August 1st that a new directive has been approved to enhance shelter infrastructure and civilian readiness.
The new directive defines the responsibilities of executive bodies in building and managing shelters and emergency housing.
His comments came just days after Israel's Channel 12 aired a report warning that both sides appear to be preparing for another round of conflict, despite the ceasefire reached on June 24th. Musavi stressed the importance of simultaneous preparation across multiple timelines.
Today, within the armed forces, we are pursuing different preparedness programs across 3 timeframes: short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Improving readiness in the civilian sector and securing infrastructure must also be addressed with this same approach.
The announcement comes amid public criticism over Iran's vulnerabilities during the June war, particularly the lack of air raid sirens, public shelters, and early warning systems. Observers noted that many urban areas were ill-equipped to protect civilians from Israeli airstrikes. Iran says 1,062 people were killed during the war, including 786 military personnel and 276 civilians. According to Israeli media, Iranian strikes killed 29 civilians and 1 off-duty soldier inside Israel. On August 2nd, Major General Amir Hatami, Commander-in-Chief of the Iranian army, reiterated that Iran does not consider the threat from Tel Aviv to be over.
The Zionist regime's schemes failed after witnessing the miraculous resilience of the Iranian nation.
Hatami described Israel as a hostile and obstinate enemy, citing its history of aggression in the region and its attacks on Iran during the June war. While acknowledging the loss of top commanders and scientists, Hatami insisted Iran had emerged victorious in an unequal confrontation, delivering serious blows to the enemy and halting its strategic objectives. He also confirmed that Iran's missile and drone arsenal remains intact, having played a pivotal role in retaliatory strikes. These included 22 missile waves under Operation True Promise the Third, launched by the IRGC Aerospace Force, which targeted Israeli cities and infrastructure. In response to a June 22nd US airstrike on Iran's Natanz, Fordow, and Isfahan nuclear facilities, Iran struck back by launching missiles at the Al Udeid airbase in Qatar, the largest American military installation in West Asia. The conflict was brought to a halt 2 days later on June 24th when a ceasefire came into effect. Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian also warned this week that Israel may attack again at any moment. He added that Iran's armed forces are fully prepared to repel any future aggression. In the face of a potential renewed confrontation, Tehran is now focusing not just on battlefield preparedness, but also on safeguarding its civilian population, signaling a shift in doctrine that places equal weight on military resilience and public protection. Officials say more civil defense updates are likely in the coming weeks as Iran recalibrates its national security strategy.